So this is the hiring firing capacity means the employees normally they maintain certain fixed employees like I some 100 employees they maintain. Okay, so even though some demand is increased, okay, so this based upon the demand what they do, this 100 employees will not sufficient to fulfill the demand in particular month, this month. In that time they will hire excess some 20 employees. Okay, sometimes what happened, suddenly the demand is reduced. In that what they do, so they'll fire some employees to save some money to the company. Okay, so this is a hiring firing capacity. So in our syllabus we'll do three kind of problems. Okay, so like regular fixed capacity of labor and subcontracting and hiring. Okay, so in these three methods and same company, okay, if any data given, okay, and now our aim is to apply these three methods and find what is the minimum cost or minimum amount we can calculate, and we can give suggestion to the company. Okay, if I go for a full-time employees, constant demand, okay, so what is the price? If I get some material from subcontracting, what is the price? If I do hiring firing, so what is the price? So from those three, which is come minimum, we can go for that plan. Okay, so this is the outline of this aggregate production planning. So now we'll see the objective. Establish a company wide game plan for allocating resources and okay, so this production planning is very need any companies. Okay, as you see this, this is a, you can see the aggregate production and planning. What is the input? Okay, so demand forecasts and some policies, and some companies like they won't hire and fire, okay, the employees. So that is the one kind of their brand. Okay, strategic objectives we'll see. Okay, and financial constraints, every quarterly they have to spend this much amount only, and the constraints a few companies they'll have, and capacity constraints like they have to have only 50 employees, they need to use only this much capacity of machine per hour, or monthly this many hours only. So these kind of constraints are the inputs, and when you properly see these policies and constraints and capacity, so these are all like hierarchy plannings. Okay, and implementation planning comes from here. Okay, size of the workforce. Okay, and inventory levels. Okay, and regular overtime production and subcontracted production, back orders and backlogs, whatever the material we have to procure, we have to do the manufacturing of last month, so that comes back orders and backlogs, whatever already we have initiated the manufacturing, but still we are not completed that backlogs, how many products we have. And subcontracted production, this comes from outside, we have to manage. So all these things we have to satisfy. So this is our objective. Okay, so these are some strategies for adjusting capacities. So first method is level production. In level production means, as I said, your time fixed and your demand is varying. Okay, like this, even though your production rate at constant rate using inventory, and observe fluctuation in the demand. So this is a fluctuation. You have to maintain some inventory, and this is level of production you are doing. Okay, assume whatever the demand will come, I'll do the manufacturing like 100 components per month only. Okay, sometimes January month increase, maybe if it March it decrease, or April increase, I don't matter. If it is decrease, whatever the previous month inventory I will use. Okay, this is the one kind of level strategy. Chase strategy is different. Chase demand is like this is very careful. We have to see like when you are applying aggregate production planning. Assume this is time, this is D. Okay, your demand is changing. Okay, based upon the demand you have to act accordingly. You here every month you can see the your trend, how it is going, my plan is working properly or not. But here every at least weekly once you have to chase your plan. Sometimes like uh, if I want to hire this week 5 members, you have to hire immediately within 1 day. Or if you are chasing your demand, okay, and you need to fire something, the demand is reducing, here immediately you have to fire 5 to 6 members. Okay, so all these things you have to chase based upon the demand. Okay, next thing is peak demand. So maintaining resources for high demand levels. Assume T and D. Okay, so here you have to see the demand. Okay, you have to fulfill this peak demand. Okay, sometimes sudden peaks demand will come. So in that case you have to maintain some inventory. Okay, so overtime and undertime, like increasing and decreasing working hours. Okay, undertime means if it is demand is more. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to hire some employees or request your permanent employee. You just pay back for next 5 hours. After your work, we pay the excess amount. Okay, instead of hiring from outside, you can do this plan. Suddenly the demand is decreased. Okay, in that case, instead of working 8 hours and instead of paying 8 hours money, uh, you can work only 5 hours, you can leave the company. So we'll pay only that 5 hours amount to the worker. Okay, so this is comes under like this chasing. Okay, subcontracting. Let outside companies complete the work. Okay, your suddenly demand is increasing and reducing and increasing suddenly, something like this. So here what you have to do, your manufacture in-house this level only. But apart from that, if it is increasing, this these parts you have to send to outside to get the work done. This is outside company. Okay, yeah, something like name it W, outside working. So that company will help you out to fulfill this demand. Okay. So in that case, you can approach this subcontracting. Next thing is part-time workers. So in part-time workers, hiring part-time workers to complete the work. Okay. Sometimes, so few companies face labor problems from their demand, some strike they do. Okay. So all those things generally many companies will face. Okay. So in that case, what they do, if it is they received a project. Okay, so to finish that project, if it is not really needed fully skilled labor, sometimes they'll go for few colleges, or they'll go for some skilled, semi-skilled labor available outside to finish the job. Okay, so there you no need to pay or monthly, like how much you need that particular work. So that work you can hire for them maybe 1 week, and after that you can pay that 1 week amount and send them out. So these are the part-time workers. Okay, so that's why there are many like full-time employees and contract employees and part-time workers. Okay, there are so much difference. Okay, so back ordering, providing the service or product at a later time period. It's tells about back ordering. Okay, so already I explained what is level demand and chase demand. Okay, level demand is your time is x-axis, y-axis units like demand. Okay, so whatever the demand, you can see this line, this line, the demand is goes like this. Okay, sometimes it is reduced, sometimes increase, sometimes again reduce, increase, but level of production in your company is constant. You will manufacture only this line only. So but here chase strategy, this is the demand, but you have to chase periodically. Okay, weekly or 3 days once you have to chase this, and you have to meet at least that demand. Okay, next thing is quantitative techniques for aggregate production planning. There are pure strategies, mixed strategies, linear programming, transportation method, etc. But in our syllabus, this method we have transportation method, so that we can discuss. So let's take one example and we'll briefly understand that how those three strategies, as I explained, constant workforce, one method, and the second method is subcontracting, and third is hiring firing. Among uh, these three are plans. Okay, which plan is suitable from our data? Okay, input data. So whichever come minimum amount, those plan we can take and we can inform that particular company, okay, you can go ahead with this plan, so that they will save some amount of money. Okay, we'll see this. So here they have given the data of 4 quarters: spring, summer, fall, winter, and they have input data is that is 80,000, 50,000, 1,20,000, 1,50,000 products of different seasons or different quarters. If they also given, if they hire any worker, they need to pay $100 per worker, and if they fire from the company, they have to pay per worker $500. Okay, so regular production cost per part $2, inventory carrying cost 50.50 per quarter, production per employee 1,000 parts per quarter. Beginning workforce, initially they have in hand 100 workers. So this is the data. Now we'll see how these two strategies will help out take the demand. They said level production means whatever the demand you have to product, you have to make only the constant amount. So average you have to do the production. From the question, you have demand, these are 4 demands. Okay, so simply you can take this 4 demands by average. You got this 1 lakh parts you have to make monthly or quarterly. From this person, the quarterly you have to maintain. So in the table you have to write the quarter swing, or these are the different time periods, and these are the quarterly wise demand or forecasted data. So this much data, this much demand is coming per quarterly: 80,000 first quarter, second quarter 50,000, 1,20,000 third quarter, 1,50,000 fourth quarter. These 4 quarters data we have. What from the above step, we understood that this is the level production strategy. Means you have to average all the demands by how many quarters you got it. So you just simply write down these values and total it will come 4 lakh. Now I have to understand that anyway from the graph I have a demand 80,000, okay, but I produced 1 lakh. So inventory how much? 20,000. Similarly, I have a demand. I made the production of 1 lakh. So inventory is 70,000. In third, so are you guys following, or my video or audio is anything fluctuating? Hello? Anybody can respond once. Are you guys following?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anybody respond?
Sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
are you guys following or sleeping, or
No, sir. Following,
my
sir.
video audio
Following, sir.
is okay for you?
Following, sir.
Following, sir.
పూరి చేసి కవర్లు వేసి పెడితే ఇక దంచుకుంటే తాతమ్మ దానికి 2 రోజులు బాగా రొట్టెలు అయితే నీకు గ్యారవద్దు పొద్దున డైరెక్ట్
Yeah, because I am sitting in my college is in very big forest. Okay, I am working with the mobile data. So if you have any changes in signal, you can tell me immediately. I can adjust my mobile. Okay.
అరే ముందు రోజు
Is it
Yes, sir.
okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
బర్త్డే ఒక ఎప్పుడు అక్క ఒక 10,000 పంపు అంటే వాడు మట్టిగానే మామయ్య మమ్మీ మా అమ్మమ్మని 200 పెడతా బిడ్డవా అని అన్నది. 200 కాదమ్మ 500 పెట్టు, 2,200 డిష్ అయినాయట బిడ్డ, 300 రూపాయలు లైట్ అట, 700 రూపాయలు బాటిల్ అట, వానికే మిగిలింది మనం వేసి నాన్న ఏం కాదు ఒక 1000 కొట్టు 1 బర్త్డే
I'm requesting everybody
పిన్ని వాళ్ళకి అందులో వస్తాయి బిడ్డ,
to
ఎందుకంటే
mute your systems or mobiles.
వాళ్ళకి పిన్ని వాళ్ళకి 500
339.
తప్పున ఉండదు అంటే ఒక మంత్ లేకపోతే మనం అడ్జస్ట్ చేసి కట్టచ్చు. కాకపోతే నాన్న నా దగ్గర నేను అడ్జస్ట్ చేసి.
Hello.
50,000 చిల్లర
Who's this guy?
అట్లా
339. Mute your system. Here, please call to that guy and tell him. Hello. Am I audible now? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. Okay, you can mute now. I'm starting. Okay, I'm starting. So my demand in first month is 80, and but I, based upon the line production strategy, level production strategy, I made production of 1 lakh. So here 20,000 will go to the inventory, and next month is demand 50,000. I made 1 lakh. So 370. Mute your system. third month or third quarter, we have a demand of 1,20,000. So production I made a 1 lakh. So the inventory goes here 50,000. Okay, so 1,50,000 my demand, but production I made the 1 lakh. So here it goes to 0. Okay. So total is 1,40,000 the inventory. You can see the cost level of level production stats I made in-house, that is 4 lakhs, and per product price is 2 lakhs. So you can sum up this, and 1,40,000 is your inventory, and inventory carrying cost is $0.50. So if you calculate this and you can sum up these two values, you are getting like $8,70,000. So this amount, this value is when you follow this level production strategy. Okay, so I'm going for next strategy, that is chase demand strategy. Okay, so similarly, I wrote here 4 quarters and 4 quarters demand, and I have production plan. So from this, now the workers needed. Okay, so initial from the question, beginning of workforce is 100. Okay, now I have a demand 80,000. The production I have to do the 80,000. Okay, in this case I needed only 80 members. Okay, so that I don't need to hire. So I can I need to have make the product only 80,000. So I don't need the extra 20. So similarly, I have a demand of 50,000. I can make on this month, this quarter is 50,000. So I need only 50, not required 100 members to for particular quarter. Okay. So remaining 50 I no need. So I should not pay that, keep those 50 also in my factory. So those you can remove extra 30 also. Okay, because already you remove 20, so that's why you are removing remaining 30. So next, in this case, you have only have in company now. Now in fall season, your demand is 1,20,000, and based upon demand, you fulfill the demand. So here you have only 50 employees. Okay, so as per the data question, okay, you need to have 120 employees needed. Okay, in hand you have 50 here, you have to hire extra 70. You understood this strategy, right? Here you need 80. Okay, and initially in your hand 100. Okay, when you are starting the need only 80, you fire 20. Okay, so next month you need only 50. Okay, so now you have in hand only 80. You have in needed here 50. So based upon the demand, you pay one more 30 quarter here. In fall, you have only 50. Okay, so but the demand is suddenly increased 1,20,000 product. What you have to do immediately? You have to call outside people 70 members, because why 70? You need to fulfill this 120. You have already here 50 plus 70, 120. So next thing is, again it is increased to 1,50,000 demand. So you have to manufacture 1,50,000 products. Okay, now you have in hand 120 employees, and to meet this extra 30,000 product, you have to hire extra 30 members. So that's why I hired. So this column is for hiring, this column for firing. So based on that, you have to add and remove the employees. Now see this, uh, sum of these two columns. Okay, how many you have hired, that is 100. How many you have fired, 50. From the question, if you hire, okay, any employees, you can pay less. But you, if you fire, you can see here, if you hire, you can pay 100 per worker, but if you fire, you have to pay 500 per worker. So now you have to do calculation like, you can see here, 4 lakh products you have to, finally you have to make, to achieve the annual demand, that is 4 lakh, and each product cost is $2. This is per production values, and this is for 100 for hiring. Okay, it means finally annually you have to calculate, right? So that's why you have 100 employees you hired, so per employee you have to pay $100. Similarly, you are firing also. So 50 into per employee, that is 500. So totally you have to sum up, you can get 8,35,000. Now you can see the comparison in first method and second strategy, first strategy. In first strategy, you can tell. So when you follow level production strategy, 8,70,000 amount the company can spend in 1 year annually. If you follow this chase demand strategy, the company can completely expenditure will be 8,35,000. So based on these two strategies, they can choose any one. So this is the one problem. So we'll do one thing. Tomorrow I'm explaining the 3 strategies or 3 methods. So if I started that problem, I can complete only one method. So if I start tomorrow, I can finish it 3 methods. So you'll understand method it is increasing, why it is decreasing. So which method I can follow, so that you can detail, you can understand tomorrow. So what I will do till this class, I will send this PPTs to everyone. Okay, so this class whatever you have doubt, you can send a mail. Okay, so tomorrow class also very important, because the question I've seen many question papers, aggregate production planning. So what is the strategies? Kindly, like finally, you have to suggest the company. So which strategy is useful more? Okay. Okay. So tomorrow class is very important. Don't miss. So once tomorrow class is over, so next week we will start a transportation method in aggregate production planning. So in that week we will finish complete that unit. Okay. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow.